June 11th board meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Ms. Callis?
Here.
Ms. Marsh? Ms. Roby?
Here.
Mr. Gonzalez?
Present.
Ms. Rottenbach? Mrs. Hines?
Here.
She did notify me that she was
Okay. Okay, so we need a motion to excuse.
She needs.
Did-
I'm here.
not. Oh, sorry. Ms. Callis.
Somebody's missing.
Rottenbach.
Miss Wright.
Second.
Okay. It has been moved and properly second to excuse Mrs. Rottenbach. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Okay. Okay, good. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes?
Yes, ma'am. I make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Wait,
Oh.
there's a mistake on the last page. They have my name as Kathleen.
On the last
Catherine.
page. Okay.
Code enforcement, yeah, this second to last page.
Yeah, I saw that one.
For the,
Yeah,
Is it,
it's the second to last
I,
page.
I have it, but the correction was,
It's Catherine, not
Kath-
Kathleen.
okay.
dare you.
Madam Secretary, you got that
What page are you looking at?
on the back,
That handwritten one,
here. Here.
On the notice
Back
of
to
ex
the
parte.
minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, it's noted, but I didn't write your name in.
Okay. Okay, so could I get a motion? Is that all clear on the minutes?
I make a motion to accept the minutes as written with the correction on the ex parte paper.
Second.
Okay. It has been moved and properly second to accept the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All opposed? Okay. Ayes have it. Okay, is there a disclosure of ex parte communications? Okay. We will now have our swearing in of code. Yeah, that's on here.
Okay.
That's right there.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Okay. Okay. We'll also have our election of chairman today.
Yes. Mrs. Himes came, how would I say this? She was vice chair. And when Ms. Kundig left in May, she assumed the chair role. And as I recall, there was an election in June of last year for chair.
I think they,
And the chair can only serve for 1 year by the code, for a 1 year term. Mrs. Himes is still eligible to serve another term. But the city attorney's office has also asked that you go back to a procedure where the chair was always picked in January.
yeah.
And so the term for this whoever you elect would only be for the period up until January, and then go back to the old procedure.
Could we make a motion to carry it, Ms. Himes, through till January?
Well, you do that by electing a chair for a 6-month period, or for 6 months. Actually, it's probably about 5, because you don't generally meet in
December.
December. So it would be an abbreviated term, and then we'd have another, back to the old way of doing it in January of next year.
Okay. I make a motion to nominate Ms. Himes for the remainder of this year.
Second.
Are there any further nominations? Hearing none, Ms. Himes, you're basically still conducting the meeting. You can close the nominations.
Okay,
Does she have to pass the gavel?
that's what I was saying. I thought
Because
he
she
had
is
it.
the candidate.
She can if she'd like to. Make a to
That's,
the vice chair.
that's what I was, okay. Okay,
Okay, so nomination has been made for Ms. Himes to continue as the chair of our board. Be that there is no other running person, she automatically takes the position.
I think it would be better to have a vote.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to.
Okay.
Yeah, if you give me a chance, I'll go to the vote. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Vote is approved. There you go.
Okay. So Mrs. Himes will serve as chairman through the end of this year, and a new chair will be elected in January of next year.
okay. Madam Chair, are there any announcements?
At this time, Madam Chair, I don't have any announcements.
Okay, okay. Here are our procedures. We will be calling cases by numbers for the most part in order as they are listed on the agenda. If there are any attorneys or policemen present, we will hear those cases first. When your case is called, please come forward and be sworn in. State your name and address for the record. If you are not the owner of the property, please state your relationship to the owner. Our proceedings are recorded, so please speak into the microphone. The board hears from the code officer first, and then you will be given the opportunity to respond. Please direct all responses to the board. Witnesses may also testify following the same procedure. Are there any attorneys or policemen present? Okay. Our first case is case number 1, CEB 052687, Melissa Cheney at 316 Fletcher Avenue and 314. Mr. Mayo.
Good morning. I'm Inspector LaWanda Tomingo with City of Daytona Beach Code Compliance. My credentials are on file with the city. Okay, since the last hearing, I have not received any contact from the owner. I did conduct a re-inspection on June 3rd, and the property remains in non-compliance. So I'm requesting a lien fine of $300 a day up to $15,000 for this property.
Okay. That's 316 and 14, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Give me.
I'll make a motion to, I
I
motion.
hope, just one second, we're doing it a different way now. This is imposing fines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in the case number CEB 052687, that the respondent, Melissa Cheney, who was previously found in noncompliance, remain in noncompliance, and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $300 per day.
Madam Chair, that would be after the motion, before your vote.
Yes,
Say before vote.
yes.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I believe the idea here is to make it clear as to what's being voted on, and so a board member, including you, but usually it's other board members, would make one of the board member version of these
To make the motion.
motions, and then for clarity, then you would read
Yeah,
the one that says chair's version, so that everyone knows and it's clear what's being voted on, and there's no question.
this is the new update you got in your package.
Okay.
Okay. I was
So
ahead of
I'll
the done.
make the motion to find that the respondent be issued a fine in the amount of $300 per day until the fine reaches a maximum of $15,000.
Okay.
Second.
Been moved and second. You have that, Madam Chair. Now, the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB 052687, that the respondent,
Madam Chair, I hate to interrupt. Actually, I think it should be, say, moves that in so that everybody is clear. That was my understanding of the way this was being set up. They should be voting now. Okay. And then you will read.
Yeah, because it's saying it's going to be ordered. So it has to pass the vote.
Okay.
okay. Okay,
It's a new process.
yeah, okay. So this comes after the vote now.
Yes, because you're saying what the order is.
Okay,
So they have to
that's
vote.
what I thought.
So the new way is somebody motions, somebody seconds, we vote, and then Ms. Himes
is
says it.
order.
Okay.
That's fine.
So it's after the
Same
vote.
thing.
No, this is,
My apologies.
okay, okay. Okay, let's do it. Patrons, okay. It was motion by,
Me?
and second by Ms. Marsh.
Now we vote.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. All opposed? Okay, now, we go again. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in the case number CEB 052687, that the respondent, Melissa Cheney, who was previously found in noncompliance, remains in noncompliance, and therefore order a fine in the amount of $300 per day to commence on today, commence on 6/11, and to continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the maximum amount of $15,000 or the property is brought into compliance. Now, they've already voted, okay. Okay,
I have a question. Since this is a new process, we're eliminating any other type of fines, and we're just going straight to 300 a day?
no, that's what she recommended
Oh, that's what she.
on that case.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Case number 2, CEB 012601, Robert Warbeck II at 3020 North Peninsula Drive. Ms. Quinn is not here.
No, Inspector Stinson sitting in for Inspector Quinn.
Okay, okay.
The respondent is here though, but
Oh,
Joe?
okay.
we're gonna let him sit there.
Or
Oh,
Xavier, can we
okay.
get a microphone for him, please?
Okay, I didn't, oh, okay, he's over there.
Okay.
Oh, never
Well, he
mind.
says he can get up. It's gonna take him a minute. Never mind. He didn't need it. He got up. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Will you raise your hand when you get the chance? Will you raise your hand?
My name is Robert Warbeck.
Just a moment, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
And now, can you state your name and your affiliation to this case?
my name is Robert Warbeck. I'm the owner of property 3020 North Peninsula Drive, Daytona Beach, 32118.
Thank you.
Mr. Stinson?
Good morning, John Stinson, Code Inspector. My qualifications are on file. I am representing Inspector Quinn's case in her absence. The trash and debris at this property has been corrected. The only thing outstanding now is the fence permit. It has been issued, and we're just waiting for a final inspection on it. We'd like to amend this case to the July cutoff.
And what is your recommendation?
Just to amend the case to the July cutoff.
Mr. Warwick, do you have anything to say?
I'm just tired of coming down here each month. I had an auto accident. I broke my hand. I have pins in all my fingers, and I broke my wrist. And then I was 13 days in Halifax, and then they shipped me off to Shands Hospital to do surgery on my thigh. You know, I had a choice: either hit a dog or hit a tree, and I hit the tree. So I had a little setback, but the fence came along very nicely. I have 3 posts to put in,
It's gonna be-
and then call for my inspection. I got a permit all the way through September.
That will be.
And what I don't understand is the debris was cleaned up the day after Quinn mentioned to me. My daughter read the whole documentation to me. I was relying on certain individuals, and Quinn and so forth, saying, you know, it took her word for it. When my daughter read to me, she says, Dad, everything was cleaned up. I said, thank you, Rose. And to the point where she went and you got the permit since whatever date, March, and since she took it off the fence to show I had a permit for the fence. But all along, it's saying I have no permit on these papers and everything else. And I made a God honest attempt to getting down here, you know, each time. As a builder since November 26th, I've been 40 years in the business, and I've never been cited before. And inspectors don't return your calls. And I was underneath the impression that they did their inspection, but I found out, no, downstairs does the inspection, which is no problem. But coming down here each month saying that there's debris and there's no permit on every one of these forms is false since March. You know, I don't understand why someone has a permit that's good through September, and if I don't comply, then you know, fine me and so forth. That's the normal process. You know, because I helped a lot of people who had code violations over the years.
Okay.
But I never been cited in my life. I have been cited on a building that the city lost on, of basically bogus notifications and everything, and went to court, and I prevailed over the city.
Well,
And this is
Mr.
on,
Warwick,
so I've know the process, and I'm tired.
I know.
You know, I just want to, you know, get the fence done before they cut off my permit. I don't feel I should come back in here in July
Well,
or
what
June or whatever.
the officer has asked for an extension until the July meeting, and I'm sure by then,
Yeah.
you should have
I should have the
everything to
3
be
posts in.
If, what you can do is stay in touch with Ms.
I have,
Perry or him.
I have done that. I even went down to their office there. A lot of times the door's locked, you know, so I even been down there where I had to take a bus and so forth because I can't drive.
Okay.
And the door's locked, and I did make it in there one day to talk to Teresa, you know,
I
try to get, so I'm on top of the, of
So
Quinn.
this can be
and so forth.
coordinated outside of the hearing. He's gonna give
Yeah,
him his
So-
I
contact
think-
information
so-
so we can keep.
But
Okay, they're
thank
gonna
you.
work with you, Mr. Warwick.
That's
so you
good.
won't have to make the trips and stuff.
Yeah, because it's taking a toll on me.
Okay,
and
just
it's-
stay in touch with
Madam Chair.
him.
If he schedules his final inspection, then our case will be closed. Your trash and debris is in compliance.
Yeah, it's been in
The only thing is
compliance.
open. The only thing is open is your fence permit.
Right,
So if you go downstairs before you leave here today,
which everybody's down there.
if you go downstairs before you leave here today, schedule a final inspection.
Right.
If you pass it, his case closes.
Good, that sounds great. You know, my policy is, before an inspector shows up, I have men on the site. An inspector says this needs to be corrected, they correct it right there and then. And that's why I've been successful not getting any citations, you know, because I comply. You know, and this is my backyard basically, and I got a citation. So it's
but
frustrating.
Right now, you're
But,
continuing.
you know, I will work with the inspectors like I always have over the years. Now I found out I got a new chief, you got a lot of new
Okay.
people that I don't know.
Okay, thank you so much.
But
Mr.
no,
Chairman.
thank you for everyone doing your
Yeah.
jobs and everything. I've listened in on some of the cases and I learned a
Mm-hmm.
few things, you know, which, you know, I enjoy learning.
Okay, thank you.
Thank everyone.
Okay.
And thank you for not
Okay.
hitting the dog.
Yeah, no,
Case-
you know what they
okay,
tell,
case
you know what
number-
officers tell you? They say hit the dog.
I
You
make
know,
a motion.
I told my daughter that and she flipped out. She's a veterinarian and.
We gotta,
I make a motion.
do we
to-
have a motion?
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I make a motion to, the previous order of noncompliance be amended until, the July 1st, 26 cutoff.
A second.
Okay.
July 26th?
No,
Good move.
21st. I mean, first.
July 1st.
Yeah.
July 1st is continued. Did you get, Ms. Marsh motion and Ms. Roby second? Okay. Okay. Now, the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that the previous, hold it, vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. All opposed? Okay. Now, the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that the previous order of noncompliance in case number CEB 012601 be amended to allow the respondent to July 1st to bring the property into compliance by
7-1.
7/1 or be returned to the Code Enforcement Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 per day. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walker.
Well, this is what I'm talking
Okay.
about. I got a permit good to September, so I have to come back here in July.
No, you stay in touch with
I will
the
stay in touch,
thing. Right.
but what I'm saying
but
is-
what I'm saying is stay in touch with him and then he'll let you know. As the supervisor said, you may not, the case could be closed.
Good.
When you go downstairs and things, okay?
Thank you.
Case number 3, CEB 032650, Amy L. Haynes at 148 South Gold Drive. Mr. Clegg?
Good morning, Mark Jones. Inspector Clegg is out of the office today. I'm the field supervisor with the Code Compliance Division, and my credentials are on file. The respondent was first notified on November 28th, 2025. Since last hearing, Inspector Clegg has had contact, but there's been no progress. Staff is recommending a fine of $100 a day with a cap of $10,000.
Okay, and what is the recommendation, Mr. Jones?
Recommendation is a fine of $100 a day with a cap of $10,000.
Is there a motion?
I'll motion to find the respondent be issued a fine in the amount of $100 per day until the fine reaches a maximum of $10,000.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Mrs. Roby, second by Mrs. Marsh. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. right, now we're back here.
Now you're
Okay.
back to,
Here.
this is imposing fine.
Okay.
What is it?
The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in the case number CEB 032650, that the respondent, Amy Haynes, who was previously found in noncompliance, remain in noncompliance, and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 per day, commencing on 6/11, and to continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the maximum amount of $10,000 or the property is brought into compliance. Okay. Okay, thank you. Case number 4. CEB 042663, Kimberly Mount at 418 Maple Street. Ms. Kirk.
Good morning, Sarah Kirk, inspector with the city. My credentials are on file. This is a citizen complaint generated case with the first notification 9/25 of 2025. Since the last hearing, I've had no contact. There has been minimal progress, just a roof permit that was submitted on 5/29/26. Other than that, no progress in a 9-month period. Therefore, staff is recommending a fine of $100 a day with a max of $10,000.
Okay. You've heard the city's recommendation. Is there a vote? Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to find that the respondent be issued a fine in the amount of $100 a day until the fine maximum amount of $10,000. And that would be in the case of CEB 042643, Kimberly Mount.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. It's been moved by Mr. Gonzalez, second by Mrs. Marsh. Okay.
Okay.
The city, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All opposed? The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB 042663, that the respondent, Kimberly Mount, who is previously found in noncompliance and remains in noncompliance and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 per day, commencing with today's date, 6/11, and to continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the maximum amount of $10,000 or the property is brought into compliance. Okay? Thank you. Okay. Case number 5, CEB 052683, Alvin Michael Patton at 416 Marion Street. Ms. Kirk.
Okay. Mr. Patton's coming up.
Will you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Now, can you state your name and affiliation to this case?
Alvin Patton, owner of 416 Marion Street in Daytona Beach.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this was a PD complaint generated case with the first notification of January 7th of 2026. Since the last hearing, I have had contact from Mr. Patton, and there has been a considerate amount of progress done. Therefore, staff is requesting to amend to the next cutoff.
Mr. Patterson, would you like to say anything?
No, ma'am, I just
Okay.
wanted to be done.
Okay.
Could I just ask what remaining items?
Okay, I'm sorry, and I meant to say a considerable amount. I think I said considerate. Excuse me. So if you can look at that is, okay, this is a before picture. Right here was a before picture when I first obtained the case. That is current as of yesterday. So he has removed the debris that was causing my life safety concern that I had for his safety. He removed that immediately, the debris. He fixed the door, so he has cleared also all the overgrowth, and he's put up address numbers. He's cleaned the property up, a lot of the outside storage. So he's also been in contact with a couple different agencies, such as Transform 386. He's looking into for assistance. He's maintained contact with me, like I said. So he's got some things to do, such as the permitting for the sheds. I don't know if he's going to get rid of them or if he's going to get a permit yet, but he is working diligently towards compliance.
Yeah, I will be keeping the sheds, but if Transform 386 work with me, I'll probably get rid of it. I'll get rid of everything if Transform, you know.
They were there because of the house is in a structurally, it's not the best condition, so that's why they're there.
I motion the previous order of noncompliance be amended to July 1st, 2026.
Second.
Okay. It has been moved by Ms. Robis, second by Mrs. Marsh. All in favor? Aye. Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that the previous order of noncompliance in case number CEB 052683 be amended to allow the respondent, Mr. Patterson, to bring the property into compliance by 7/1 or be returned to the Code Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Patterson. Okay. Case number 6, CEB 032649, Lillian Usher at 322 Lane Street. Miss Itana.
Miss Usher's coming.
Oh, she's here. I'm not seeing good today. Okay.
Will you step over to the next point? That's okay. Will you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to... I'm sorry. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. And can you please state your name and affiliation to this case?
Lillian Usher.
Yes, ma'am. And you are, ma'am?
Loretta Williams, my daughter.
Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Itana.
Inspector Itani, Code Compliance, credentials are on file. Respondent was first notified March 8th, 2025. Since the April hearing, I have had contact with the owner and there has been progress. Last inspection was June 10th and the result was non-compliance. SAC recommends we amend to the next cutoff.
Okay. Ms. Usher, would you like to say anything?
Would you like to say anything? Would I like to say anything?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm praying that the job will be done, completed.
Okay. That's good. Okay. Well, she has given you until next month, which would be the 7/1, July 1st, to complete it. Okay.
And she's been informed of what things are still in need.
They just need to, I'm not sure if the guy finished yesterday, but they just need to get their permit finalized for the stairs that you could see they've been building.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
Oh,
They're building it. They just got to get their permit finalized and whatever else they have to do there.
okay. Okay.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion. The previous order of non-compliance to, no, which one? Continued? Oh. I make a motion, the case be continued to 7/1/26.
Second.
Okay. It has been moved by Ms. Callis, second by Mrs.
An amended order?
Yeah, she did.
I thought that's what she said.
She
I
said
was, but
continue.
then she said don't do it to
So
continuance.
for clarity, it should be that the compliance date be continued, not the case, because then that could make them believe that the hearing is on July 1st, but it's that the compliance date is being moved.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I make a motion, previous order of noncompliance be amended until 7/1/26 to include the property to city standards.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Ms. Callis, second by Ms. Roby. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that the previous order of noncompliance in case number CEB 032649 be amended to allow the respondent, Mrs. Usher, to bring the property into compliance by 7/1 or be returned to the Code Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine up to $1,000. Okay. Okay, and thank you. Thank you. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Case number 7, CEB 042676, Rosa E. Thompson at 610 Holmes Avenue.
Morning.
Good morning.
Wrong mic.
Will you raise your,
Okay.
will you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And can you state your name and affiliation to this case?
Rosa Thompson, code enforcement case.
Your affiliation to this case, who?
I'm the property owner.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Santana.
Respondent was first notified August 4th, 2025. Since the April hearing, I've had no contact with the owner and there's been no progress. Last inspection was June 10th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. Staff recommends a fine of $100 a day with a cap of $15,000.
Ms. Thompson, would you like to say anything?
Oh, sure. There's someone that's in the house now. Everything inside the house has been done. I did speak with Miss Tiny, but she told me she could not accept the pictures that I do have. The outdoor, what that's stated on here, this is all correct. The only thing that was done to the outside was the pressure washing was done, but everything that was pertaining to in the interior has been completed because someone is living there. Although they'll be leaving the end of this month, so she'll be free to come back out and re-inspect. And it's also up for sale. There's a property, the property is up for sale. There's a for sale sign. It's under contract with Keller Williams. Okay. So I'm not going to continue to own this property.
Okay. Okay, are there any questions from the board?
Yeah, I have one. So if the property's going to sell, and I guess this is a question for the attorneys, while she's the owner, doesn't she still have the responsibility to fix what needs to be fixed?
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
Although I'm selling it as is to the property buyer, the person that's buying it. he's going to be okay with it just like it is, because I told him I'm ready to go. I don't want to be in Florida anymore.
But I think, Ms. Thompson, what he's saying that until it's sold, you are still responsible.
Okay, understood. Say less. Gotcha.
Okay, just to clarify, so to the attorneys, once it's sold, the new owners will assume the repairs need to be made in the violations.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, so
So if the property sells prior to me completing the repairs, I'm still liable?
when you're liable as long as the deed is under your name. Does the new buyer know of this code case?
There's actually two potential buyers. Keller Williams is one. One is an as-is buyer. So the as-is buyer is who I'm leaning towards.
Well, it's not really relevant. Until the deed is transferred, it's under your name, and
Okay.
it doesn't,
Okay, well, you say what you said. I understand.
Okay.
There is a fine that will be based on the recommendation. What was the date of starting the fine? Today's date?
Yes.
At $100 per day. So at the sale, it's most likely that the buyer is going to want a reduction in the sale price of that amount.
So I'm not going to get any kind of July 1st like everybody else got to make these repairs? You going to start finding me today? Is that what you're saying? I don't get a chance to do this?
This case has been open of August of last year.
I was in Alaska August of last year, as Mr. Tani knows. I also had a conflict with the owner, the tenant that was in there. When we went back and forth to court, because I had to sue him for non-payment. A person was in the home, I had to evict them, and she told me that this case was on hold until that case was resolved. That case got resolved. I got back in touch with Mrs. Tani. It's not like I just ignored her. She's well aware that there was someone in there, and she told me, when you guys have a case where someone is going to court, you guys step back as the code enforcement. Now, that's what I was told. So I've been in touch with her since last year.
Who told you that?
Mrs. Tani. I still had that conversation on the phone.
Okay, so she didn't say you didn't. You say everything on the interior is corrected?
Yes, it is.
So
Someone's
why can't you
residing
just
there.
set up an appointment through your tenant?
Sure.
Okay, so why don't we do that? She'll put you in compliance.
Okay.
Okay.
And I mean, as far as the exterior, I still want to do something with that. Because
But as long as you come into compliance, you can go above and beyond what she's asking.
Okay.
We're just trying to get you in compliance.
I am. Okay, well, someone's living there.
No, that's fine. As long as you go through the tenant, so she can go in and make her reinspection. And if it passes, then you're good. If
No
not,
problem.
then it'll continue. The case will continue, whatever the board recommends today.
Thank you.
All right.
But she was asking about the fine. The fine starts today.
But she also said it's in compliance. So if it's in compliance, we can go out today if she can make that arrangement and put it in compliance today.
I think she
think
said,
it-
she said the inside is in compliance.
She said everything is complete.
Yes, the exterior has been pressure washed. The soffit, the part that's on here, that has not been replaced. The door, I didn't want to put another screen door up there because I didn't want to have another tenant. I wasn't going to deal with any more repairs there because I was selling the property. So the interior is definitely completed.
Okay, so to
Those
answer-
pictures I have on my phone today if you want to see them.
So to answer your question as well as the code board, if your interior is complete and it passes reinspection, yes, you can possibly get amended. Okay, that's what I was saying. But right now, we don't see any improvement. So that's why you did not get the same consideration as others for getting an amended recommendation from the code board. From the code compliance team.
Okay, and I was short notice with her, I think the day prior to, when I did notify her if you could meet to come over to look at it, and you didn't respond, so I guess that meant you couldn't. The day prior to the 3rd, I think it was. The day before, I think this was due, June 3rd was when the final inspection was to be done, prior to me coming here today. And I left you a voicemail, and then when you did return my call, that time had expired for you to be able to go and look at it.
You'll
but
state your comments to the board,
Our
please.
inspector's making a recommendation. She says she's not in compliance, and she's making a recommendation of a fine of $100 a day, the cap at $15,000. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Right. So I'll make the motion. Okay. Gotta go through this thing here. In case include. Okay. I motion to find that the respondent, Rosa E. Thompson, of CEB, in the case of CEB 04-2676, to be issued a fine in the amount of $100 per day until the fine maximum of $15,000.
Okay.
So can I speak? I don't have.
No, we got a motion on it. Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been motioned by Mr. Gonzalez, second by Ms. Callis. All in favor?
If I could, Madam Chair, just, what that motion does is it starts a fine running, and Ms. Thompson has said that she has somebody who's going to buy the house. Now, the code violation runs with the land, so the new owner takes that over. In addition, the new owner will probably, if there is a fine, will request a deduction or may just cancel the sale.
Well, that's really legal advice that they're
I mean,
entitled to
I'm
do.
hearing what Mr. Sykes says in terms of, and it's, I mean, another option is to do an amended order of non-compliance, but base it on the sworn testimony of the witness that she has in fact made progress, even though that has not been communicated to the code officer. And so you're taking it on her sworn testimony as opposed to the actual testimony of the code officer who goes there and says, I saw it. I mean,
That would be a deviation from
Yeah,
our
so a
standard
motion,
practice.
I made a motion.
The exterior
This
The
is
motion was
It's getting
seconded
ridiculous.
based on our inspector and the inspector's recommendation, who is the frontline person. The, Ms. Thompson here mentioned that a buyer could be Keller Williams. Keller Williams is not a buyer. Keller Williams is a real estate company. So I don't see any buyer yet. And
Well,
if
that
we
doesn't
did,
matter.
then when the
It's
buyer.
not our problem about the
No.
buyers. We have to deal with this. That's what I'm saying.
And
I
that's
have
what I'm
We
saying.
had
I have a question.
I'm just laying out what, you
Okay.
know,
but
the
they're
facts
gonna get
as they would
Okay. I have a
relate
question.
to what you do.
I have a
Okay.
question. Okay, if we already made a motion, second it. If we go through with that, she makes the improvements, she can ask for a lien reduction,
Yes.
then that's all gone. If we decide that everything is up to standards and we can remove your lien or we can reduce your lien, whatever the case may be.
But I made a concerted effort to contact her to come and inspect
Okay.
the property before.
But you
she
still
didn't
come.
return the call. So
She
she
can't
didn't return the
come
call.
that minute. She can't come the minute that you
I didn't
call.
say the minute, but she didn't
Okay.
even
But-
return the call. She had between the 3rd and the 11th to come and
Okay.
inspect the property.
Okay.
So that's
Okay,
how
but
many,
can
8 days
Ms.
she
She said she
Thompson-
was there
I was
yesterday.
there yesterday.
outside.
Yeah,
But,
but
you didn't go
The
inside.
gavel.
she don't, you're still
Okay,
gonna have
can
the
we-
damage soffit whether she says the inside is done or not. We're saying that your inside is done, but your soffit is still damaged. And that's, unless you fix it, that's the way you're gonna come into compliance.
Okay,
is
and it can be
fixing that
fixed.
soffit.
I can fix the
The
soffit.
thing is that it has to be examined by the inspector. We can't just say what's being said here. It has to be, so the motion was to,
The motion
Do it
was
again.
for a fine for $100 a day to the cap of $15,000. The fine is to start today.
okay, and it was second by Ms. Callis. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Court Enforcement Board hereby finds that in the case number CEB 042676, that the respondent, Ms. Thomas, who was previously found in noncompliance, remains in noncompliance and therefore ordered a fine of $100 per day to commence on today's date, 6/11, and to continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the maximum amount of $15,000, or the property is brought into compliance. Ms. Thompson, what we're saying here is this fine is imposed, but the minute she checks it and find out everything is in compliance, you have a chance to rebuke this, not pay the fine, okay?
Thank you. Have a good
Thank you. Okay. Case number 8, CEB 042668. NEI Service LLC, 854 Derbyshire Road. Mr. Butler.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Inspector Butler, credentials on file with the City of Daytona Beach. As pertains to 854 Derbyshire, the respondent was first notified on November the 3rd, 2025. Since last court proceedings, I've had contact with the property owner, and there has been no progress. Staff requests $100 a day to a maximum of $15,000.
Okay. Okay.
I motion to find the respondent be issued a fine in the amount of $100 a day until the fine maximum amount of $15,000.
Second.
Okay, it's been motioned by Ms. Rovis, second by Mrs. Marsh. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB 042668, that the respondent, Neil Services LLC, who was previously found in noncompliance, remains in noncompliance and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 per day to commence on 6/1 and to commence on 6/11 and to continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the maximum amount of $15,000 or the property is brought into compliance. Okay. Case number 9, CEB 052689, Thomas H. and Julie E. Ellen at 28 Lion Port Grand.
Okay. As it pertains to 28 Lions Paw Grand, the respondent was first notified on January the 31st, 2026. Since last court proceedings, I've had contact with the property owner, whom has applied for the permit, and the HOA president has been removed and they have elected a new one. He needs a letter from the HOA. The letter should be issued on the 15th of this month. Then we can move forward for him getting his permit and then getting it finalized. So staff requests amend to the next cutoff.
Okay.
I make a motion to the previous order of noncompliance be amended until 7/1/26 to include the property, improving the property to city standards.
Second.
Okay. It's been moved by, did she get it? 'Cause I didn't. Moved by Ms. Callis, second by Ms. Rowe. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Court Board hereby orders that case number CEB 052689 against respondent Thomas H. and Julie Ellen for the property at 28 Lime Port Grind be continued to 7/1. Okay. Okay. Madam Secretary, he's stepping out. Case number 10, CEB 052690, Lakami Mayo Netter and Vikahana Netter at 268 Birchdale Drive.
Yes, ma'am. As pertains to 268 Birkdale Drive, the respondent was first notified on February the 28th, 2026. I've had contact with the property owner. They have made major progress. Staff want to amend this case to the next cutoff. But as you can see, the pictures, they've made tremendous progress. Just to bring the board up to speed, because of the length of time, the husband killed himself about a couple years ago. The lady is there. She has kids. It's been hard for her, so we're working with her. So by the next month, we should have all this resolved.
Okay, I make a motion that the previous order of noncompliance be amended until the, is that the right one? Yeah. Until July 1st, 2026, to include securing the property to the city standards.
Okay. Okay. It's been moved by Ms. Callis, second by Ms. Taylor. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, all opposed? Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that case number CEB 052690 against respondent Nekada for the property at 268 Birkdale Drive be continued to 7/9. Okay. Case number 11, CEB 042674. Oh, Mike. Acamore C. Burchard and Acamobile. I cannot pronounce that.
Bahardabin?
Bar-
Bahardabin,
Bar-
Barucha.
Bamuchim. Okay. Mr. Butler.
Yes, ma'am. As it pertains to 124 Prestwick Rande, the respondent was first notified on February 26, 2026. Since last court proceedings, I've had contact with the property owner, and they're also waiting on a letter from the HOA. Staff requests them into the next cutoff.
Okay.
Sir, is this the same HOA as the previous case?
Two different subdivisions that's dealing with the pavers, but permits and license request a letter from the HOA before they issue the permits.
Okay.
So your recommendation is?
Amend to the next cutoff.
A continuous.
I motion the previous order of noncompliance be amended to 7/1/26.
Okay, it's been moved by Ms. Roberts, second by Ms. Kenna. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that case number CEB 042674 against respondent Bahara for the Barucha for the property at 124 Prestwick Grand be continued. Okay. We're now starting our new cases, and our new cases are all either compliance or non-compliance. There's no fine or anything, either you're in compliance or you're not in compliance, okay? Case number 12, CEB 062696, Alvin Robertson Jr., Shayla Robertson, and Alvin W. Robertson, 100 Oakwood Drive. Okay, would you please both be sworn in?
Will you both raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Yes.
And will you please state your name and affiliation to the case?
Alvin Robertson Jr.
And you are, sir?
William Black. I'm the property owner.
Thank you.
And Mr. Black affiliation is?
My stepdad.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Butler.
As it pertains to 100 Oakwood, this is a field-generated case. A site inspection was conducted on February 2nd, 2026, where it was determined the property had the following violations. junk vehicles, parking, overgrown landscaping. The property was posted on April the 9th, 2026. On May 8th, 2026, the property was to be in compliance. My last date of reinspection was June 10th, 2026. The result of my reinspection was noncompliance. I've had contact with the property owner. Staff requests noncompliance compliance by next cutoff.
All of these new cases. Okay, Mr. Robertson, would you like to say anything?
Good.
Okay. Mr. Blake?
What are you saying? We're not in compliance?
No, you're not.
Why not?
Once again, the conversation I had with you in the lobby, only saying that once this stuff is picked up, we're good. We'll move on.
Control of that though. That's the garbage.
Okay, as you being the property owner, if the garbage company does not pick it up, the responsibility lie on you.
Can I ask you a question? Did you call special pickup for?
I talked to the guy Tuesday. He said he'd be by there to pick it up.
Okay,
You know
then
what I
just
mean?
call him after they do.
But there's,
Yes.
there's no fine today. It's
What?
Have a good day.
I make the
Yeah.
motion. I motion the respondent be found in noncompliance and return to the next available hearing on 7/1/26.
All of, what I was saying, all of these go to here. All of these go to here. Okay, Ms. Roby made the motion, second by Ms. Marsh. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.
This case 10.
Yeah, case 12. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that case number CEB 062696 against the respondent, Alvin Robertson Jr. and Blake for the property at 100 Oakwood Drive be continued. Okay. Now, I have to ask this, did I miss something? Because maybe I looked off or? No. Okay, okay. Case number 13, CEB 062697, Kapanahan, oh boy, Patel, and Mohbik Patel at 154 Eagle Harbor Way. Mr. Okay, he's here. Mr. Rosenberg. You have to be, was he sworn?
Will you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Can you state your name and affiliation to this case?
Shailesh Patel with Dredging and Marine Consultants. The client has retained us as their engineers to help them resolve this issue.
I'm sorry, your first name again?
Shailesh Patel. Spell it for you. Sure. SHAILESH. Last name Patel. And no relation to the defendant in this case.
Thank you. And you said you're the engineer?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Butler.
As it pertains to 154 Eagle Harbor Way, this was a citizen complaint case. A site inspection was conducted, and it was determined the property had the following violations: work without a permit, brick pavers. The first notice was received on November 10th, 2025. The property was to be in compliance by December 25th, 2025. The last date of reinspection was June 10th, 2026. The result of my reinspection was non-compliant. I've had contact with the property owners. Staff requests non-compliance by next cutoff.
Okay. Would you like to?
Sure.
have
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I want to thank Mr. Butler. He is absolutely right. He has been to the site. We have communicated with him via email. We have requested a after-the-fact permit documentation from the city. We haven't yet received it, so we're looking for that document so that we can fill that in, show the drawings, as you can see from the photographs, of what they have placed, and then hopefully after that it becomes code compliant. You can see the sidewalk, the pavers on the side of the house. That's in question. The city, we have approached Melissa. I don't have a last name in permitting, but she said, "Hey, we have to get a homeowner's permission for that, and then after that, have to contact the St. Johns River Water Management District. We're engineers, we work with the Water Management District. If any one of you have tried reaching out to the Water Management District with anything, I think you will understand that that's a tall order for a resident to try and navigate. So we're going to try our best to utilize our contacts at the district to even find out what is the whole permit and stormwater for this entire subdivision, because that's what the city wants us to do, is review the entire subdivision permit in order to address this 3-foot violation on the side of a home, which I believe is absolutely absurd and ridiculous also for the reason that from the road to the pond on the back end of this home, it slopes down. So whenever stormwater comes in from the side of the homes, it goes to the swale between the two homes and it flows into the pond. So us causing flooding of the neighborhood because of this, I think is a tall order for the city to ask us to prove that. As an engineer, I request that, as Mr. Butler said, we put in a permit after the fact. I'm not denying that he did that, and then hopefully we can also show in the rainy season that it is not flooding out the neighbors, it's not flooding out the neighborhood, and the water is going into a big pond in the back of all the homes that are on this street. So I ask that maybe give us 30 more days to show that, hey, we've put in the drawings to the city. You can see in this drawing the differential. The client also has a fencing permit that he'd like to put a fence, but the city has said, no, until you resolve this, we can't give you that permit. So I ask for 30 days. We can show you that we've put in the permit, and then the city can respond to that.
Yes, Mr. Butler's already asked, that was what you asked for.
Correct.
He asked for that for you. Okay. Is there a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion that in the case of CBO 626-97, that they're found in non-compliance, but that it would be reviewed at our next meeting of 7/1. So I would like to amend it to 7/1 and be returned to the next available hearing on 7/1.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Mr. Gonzalez, second by Ms. Roby. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that case number CEB 062697 against Respondent Patel for the property at 154 Eagle Harbor Way be continued to 7/9.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And again, I want to thank Mr. Butler for being cordial. Thank you.
It's not a continuance, sir. Before you go,
He's
it's, Mr. Gonzalez, didn't you say that it was in non-compliance?
Right, but
And
amended to the next.
Oh, no, it has to be found in non-compliant.
it's found in
It's a
non-compliance.
new case, it's not
It's not just simply being continued, it's a non-compliance.
I said
With,
non-compliant.
you have to appear at 7/1.
I said non-compliant.
I know you did, and I'm just trying,
7/9.
The word continued shouldn't be used.
it's not a continued
Yeah.
case, it's a non-compliance case, hereby finds in this.
Mr. Robert.
okay. So you're saying that
That's what I read.
it's just non-compliant.
It's in non-compliance, and it will
But so
come
he's not
back
gonna
before the
continue?
board in July.
July. Okay. And can you clarify? Is it 7/1 or 7/9?
7/1 is a cutoff date.
Okay. Okay.
And
Got it.
The actual
7/9.
meeting is on 7/9.
9. Next
Okay.
meeting is
Thank you.
July 9th. Thank you.
I understand. Thank you.
So, wait a minute, what you were saying is instead of doing this, I should be doing this.
For if there's a finding of non-compliance. Finding of
Okay, but there's no non, it's this.
This is continuance
Yeah,
like that.
that's-
The one before, there wasn't any finding.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Patel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Case number 14, CEBO 62694, Jose Herman Ponce at 527 Fairmont Road.
Will you both be testifying? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
And can you state both of your names, please?
Jose Hernan Villanueva Ponce, 527 Fairmont Road, Daytona Beach.
Daniel Villanueva, I'm his son.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Tanner.
This case was opened January 26, 2026. A complaint generated case for outside storage, illegal parking, work without a permit for a fence, and trash and debris. First notice was received March 10th, 2026. Compliance is due April 10th, 2026. Last inspection was June 10th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. There's been contact with the owner. Staff recommends a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, so like about 2 weeks ago, we applied for a permit for the paver and the fence, and we paid online. So I think that should be done by now. And about the illegal parking, he's still finding a place to, like, where to store it at.
You would have to check downstairs on the status of your permit. We couldn't tell you that here. Okay.
Oh yeah, and the trash and debris has been picked up.
And the outside storage?
The ladders on the side cannot be there.
The what now?
The ladders on the side of the house is outside storage.
Okay. Did you hear what you just said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I make a motion that the respondent be found in noncompliance and returned to the next available hearing on July 9th.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Ms. Callis, second by Mrs. Roby. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Nay. Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondents, the Ponce, in case number CEBO 62694 for the property at 527 Fairmont Road to be in non-compliance and order the respondent to come into compliance by 7/1 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Okay, thank
So
you.
just stay
And
in
would you
contact with
please
her
stay
to
in
do an
touch with
inspection.
Mr. Tanner. Okay. Case number 15, CEB 062695, Betty R. Mitchell at 928 Winchester Street is site. Okay.
Okay. Will you both raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And state your name and affiliation to the case.
Betty Ira Mitchell, 928 Winchester Street. And Shannon Webb, granddaughter.
Okay. Mr. Reconcile.
This property, this case was a proactive case and was first opened on March 24th, 2026. This property was first notified on March 24th, 2026. The violations of a junk vehicle by expired tag and accumulation of rubbish and garbage. The property owner had until April 24th, 2026 to come into compliance. As of the last inspection on June 10th, 2026, the property is in non-compliance, but the expired tag has been put into compliance as of June 10th.
Okay. As of what date? You said it's been put,
The car has been put into compliance as of June 10th.
okay.
So the remaining items are rubbish or garbage? Is that
Yes,
the only thing?
the accumulation of rubbish and
Okay.
garbage
And
on the side of the houses.
Has it been discussed when
He's
that's
told-
going to be taken care of?
He told me to put it at the back of the house. I put it at the back of the house.
Mr. Rickenzone?
I described to her that I wouldn't, we would have to, if she wanted to keep it outside, it would have to be out of sight. And it's still not out of sight.
Okay, so you're saying that this has to be removed or put so it can't be seen?
Correct.
Okay.
Is that a possibility, ma'am?
No,
No?
no. I keep pushing it back. I got no more room.
We just can't get rid of it? Just can't get rid of it.
It's that stuff regular.
There.
That's what I said. Yeah, you just don't have to get rid of it so it can't be seen, because you can still see that from here. So that's it.
Let her know that that has to be removed, or next time they could start a fine of per day on it. Oh. Okay, are there any questions from the board?
No, I'll make a motion that respondent be found in noncompliance and returned to the next available hearing on July 9th, 2026. 1 month, you have.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Mr. Callis, second by Mr. Gonzalez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Can I just have one question?
Yes.
So if she's in compliance by the 1st, do we still have to come back
No.
by the 9th?
No, you have to
Okay,
get in
he would
touch
just
with
say-
him
okay.
and let him know if
Okay.
he put you in compliance.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Great,
Council.
thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
Okay.
sweetie.
The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that the respondent, no, just reading it, that the respondent, in case number CEB 062694, for the property at 928 Winchester, to be in noncompliance and order the respondent to come into compliance by 7/9 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day.
Madam Chair, correction, the compliance date is 7/1.
7/1, okay, thank you.
7-1.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, okay. Case number 16, CEB 062698, Sylvester Reynoso at 814 Winchester Street. Is he here? Okay. Mr. Reckenzon.
This case was a proactive case that was first opened on April 2nd, 2026. The property was first notified on April 2nd, 2026 for the violations of an unlicensed motor vehicle and the residential rental registration. The property owner had until May 4th, 2026 to come into compliance. As of the last inspection on June 10th, 2026, the property is still in noncompliance. The city is requesting to find the property in noncompliance and to come into compliance by next cutoff.
Okay. I'll make a motion that the respondent be found in noncompliance and returned to the next available meeting on 7/9/26.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Callis, second by Mr. Gonzalez. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? No. Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that respondent
Sylvette Reynoso.
Reynoso in case number CEB 062698 for the property at for the property at 814 Winchester Street to be in noncompliance and order the respondent to come into compliance by 7/1 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Okay. Case number 17, CEB 06-26108, RTFG Florida Holdings, Second LLC, at 608 and 610 Tucker Street. Ms. Tamino.
Okay, this case opened March 28th of 2025. The owner was first notified October 30th of 2025 with a compliance date of December 12th of 2025 for violations of unmaintained landscaping, outside storage, trash, rubbish, and debris at exterior premises, exposed unfinished wall exterior surfaces, dirt and grime, chipped, peeling, faded paint, and again, just repeating the exposed unfinished exterior wall surfaces. I did have some contact with the new owner for the property, and a permit was pulled. However, there's very slow progress. That permit is set to expire next month, and there's been work completed that still has not had final work by the final inspection by the building department. So requesting non-compliance, compliance by next cutoff for this property.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, if this case is from 2025, why is it a new case?
There was an original owner when the case first opened. There was a sale of the property, a wholesale transaction that occurred. And so I recited under the same case for the new owner, which is why they were notified October 30th of 2025. They in turn got the permits for the renovation that they were going to make on the property, but it's been in this condition since that time. So.
Make a motion that the respondent be found in noncompliance and returned to the next available hearing on 7/9.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Ms. Roberts, second by Ms. Marsh. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds respondent RTFG Holdings in case number CEB 06-26108 for the property at 608 and 610 Tucker Street to be in noncompliance and order the respondent to come into compliance by 7/1 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000. Okay, thank you. Case number 18, CEB 06-26107, Theodore Carter Jr. at 505 Fulton Street. Mrs. Domingo.
Okay, this case opened April 14th of 2025. The owner was first notified July 8th of 2025 with a compliance date of August 19th of 2025 for violations outside storage, trash, rubbish, debris, unmaintained landscaping, a fallen tree at the property, inoperable, unregistered vehicles, and no address numbers. I did have contact with the owner later in the case. He did inform me that he was incarcerated for some time and fell behind on his property maintenance, couldn't find anybody to help him remove the tree. There was another family member, his daughter, who was trying to attempt to help him make progress with getting it removed, but there was no additional contact. So requesting non-compliance, compliance by next cutoff for this property.
I guess it's the same question. I'm not understanding how it takes almost a year to even bring this case to not, new case.
Just trying to allow the time to make contact and facilitate the removal of the tree that's behind the property. In addition to, it's a full block effort that I've done for Fulton Street regarding the new Homes Bring Hope. They've cleared a lot of the lots that were there and built new construction, and just trying to take my time to get the other properties around that community to be up to code. So it's one of several that you've seen and have been seeing from Fulton Street that I'm working with the owners and bringing them to hearing.
Huge tree.
It's a very huge
Yeah, it
tree.
Good thing it didn't fall the other way.
Right. There was a truck under there that they did get removed, but again, other vehicles and the size of that tree,
Yeah.
coupled with the owner not being available because he, as he stated, he was incarcerated. So
I'll make a motion, the respondent be found in noncompliance and returned to the next available hearing on 7/9.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Roberts, second by Mr. Gonzalez. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Carter Jr., in case number CEB 0626107 for the property at 505 Fulton Street to be in noncompliance and order the respondent to come into compliance by 7/1 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000. Okay. Case number 19, CEB 062699, Coast to Coast Promotional Marketing LLC, 1440 North Nova Road, at 310 at 224 Zelda Boulevard.
I'll be presenting cases for Inspector Wexelberg.
Okay.
Okay, this case was first opened on March 25th of 2026. The owner was notified on April 14th of 2026 with a compliance date of April 20th of 2026 for identification numbers not mounted on the front of the structure or visible from the public right-of-way. Its case notes do indicate that there was some communication with the owner, but the address numbers still haven't been installed as yet. So we're requiring compliance and non-compliance by the next cutoff for this property.
Did you speak to the owner or the oh, you might
He was
not
the
know.
owner.
He was?
According to Inspector Wexelberg's notes, it was the owner.
Okay. I'll make the motion that the respondent be found in noncompliance and returned to the next available hearing on 7/9.
Second.
Okay, it's been motioned by Ms. Roberts, second by Ms. Marsh. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Coast Marketing, in case number CEBO 62699 for the property at 1440 North Nova Road.
No.
224 Zelda Boulevard.
Oh, for the property at 1440
That's a
North
part of the
Nova
owner's
Road.
name. They have an address in the owner's name.
Okay, and 224 Zelda Boulevard. Okay. To be in noncompliance in order the respondent to come into compliance by 7/1 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Okay, thank you. Okay, case number 20, CEB 0626-100, Rebecca Mary Carr at 357 Brookline Avenue. Okay.
Will you raise your right hand, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Now, can you state your name and affiliation to this case?
Rebecca Carr, I'm the owner at 357 Brookline Avenue.
Thank you.
Okay, this case was opened on February 17th of 2026. The owner was notified March 24th of 2026 for violations of exterior storage, trash and debris, and unmaintained landscaping. The property, according to Inspector Wexelberg's notes, are still in non-compliance, so we're requesting non-compliance by next cutoff for this property.
Ms. Carr, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, we've done a lot of work in the last few weeks, and I think it's looking really good now.
Well, did you reach Mr. Reckons on, or?
I missed the part on the notice that I needed to call him, so I will give him a call and ask him to stop by.
Okay, yes, please give him a call. Okay, are there any questions? Okay, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion in the case of CB 0626-100 regarding Rebecca Mary Carr, address 357 Brookline Avenue. A motion that the respondent be found in noncompliance and returned to the next available hearing. I believe it was at 7/9. Return to the next hearing at 7/9.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. It has been moved and second, moved by Mr. Gonzalez, second by Ms. Rover. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? No, okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Mrs. Carr, in case number CEB 0626-100 for the property at 357 Brookline Avenue to be in non-compliance and order the respondent to come into compliance by 7/1 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000. Thank you. Please stay in touch with your
Yes,
co-officer.
I'll give him a call.
Okay, thank you. Case number 21, CEB 0626-101, Gloria B. Dickerson at 407 Jefferson Street. Ms. Domingo, don't look like no one is here.
Okay, this case was opened on March 31st of 2026 as a collaboration with the Daytona Beach Police Department for the site appearance standards, multiple exterior issues, a vacant structure in disrepair, junk and debris, unmaintained landscaping, damaged exterior walls, exterior cracks and holes, damaged exterior doors, broken inoperable windows, missing screens, peeling exterior paint, incomplete identification numbers, damaged roof, damaged soffit and fascia, interior property maintenance issues, damaged interior surfaces, damaged floors, damaged interior doors, trash and garbage infestation, improper dryer ventilation, inoperable damaged plumbing, no water, inoperable water heater, inoperable HVAC system, inoperable appliances, unsafe electrical issues, exposed wiring, improper egress, and missing inoperable smoke alarms. According to Inspector Wexelberg's notes, there has not been contact from the owner, so requesting compliance by next cutoff for this property.
I'm hoping it's vacant.
Yes, it's boarded up and vacant.
Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion. I motion the respondent be found in noncompliance and return to the next available hearing on 7/9.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Ms. Roberts, second by Mr. Gonzalez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None, okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Gloria Dickerson, in case number CEB 0626101 for the property at 407 Jefferson Street to be in non-compliance and order the respondent to come into compliance by 7/1 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Okay, thank you. Case number 22, CEB 0626103, Peter L. Spores at 231 Brookline Avenue.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't realize you were here.
That's okay, no problem.
Okay.
Will you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, it is.
Can you state your name and affiliation to this
Peter,
case?
Peter Sport owner.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Mingo is.
Okay, this case was first opened February 17th of 2026. The owner was first notified March 30th of 2026 with violations of peeling faded paint, exterior peeling paint, and damaged soffit and fascia. I don't see in the notes that there's been any contact from the owner to Inspector Wexelberg, but I do see notes indicating that there's been progress with some of the repairs. We're requesting non-compliance, compliance by next cutoff for this property.
Based on the time frame,
Or
since this has happened, I wasn't in town when the first notification came through, and I acknowledged the other notifications afterwards. But since then, I've been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, so my repairs have been taking a little bit longer than I want, and I'm just requesting a 60-day instead of a 30-day.
That's fine. We'll do the August cutoff.
And I do got a picture of all the soft work that's been done.
Okay, great. I can come by and get some updated photos of the property, but that does show a difference in the
so,
appearance.
Mr. Mingo, you're asking for the August 5th
Okay.
now?
And plus with the rain
Mr.
paint.
Mingo.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yes, the August 5th cutoff.
Okay.
I make a motion respondent be found in noncompliance and returned to the next available hearing on August 13th with a cutoff of August 5th,
Okay.
2026. Okay.
Second.
Okay. Okay. It was motioned by Ms. Callis and second by Ms. Marsh.
562.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And will you bring in
Opposed?
on this?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
The
what's
City of
the-
Daytona
it's nothing.
Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent,
Okay, thank you.
Peter Spores, in case number CEB 0626103 for the property at 231 Brookline Avenue to be in noncompliance and order the respondent to come into compliance by August 5th, or to be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on August 13th for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Okay. Stay in touch with the officer you have
Your name is what?
until August.
I'm going to call you at the number.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you all.
Okay. Okay. Case number 23, CEB 0626104, Linda A. Munstead Estate at 1001 Lewis Drive. Mrs. Domingo.
Okay, this case was opened on April 9th of 2026 as a collaboration with the Daytona Beach Police Department. The owner was first notified April 9th of 2026 for violations of improper RV habitation, unregistered RV, site appearance issues, property maintenance issues, exterior junk and debris, exterior trash, unmaintained landscaping, damaged fence, inoperable vehicle, unoperable windows, missing screens, peeling, missing paint, faded identification numbers, damaged soffit fascia, unsanitary interior doors, conditions, dirt and grime, damaged doors, trash and debris, infestation, inoperable plumbing, no water service, inoperable water heater, inoperable HVAC system, inoperable heat source, inoperable appliance, missing receptacle covers, barred windows, unopenable egress, missing smoke alarms, and no rental registration. Just reviewing Inspector Wexelberg's notes, it does not appear that there's been any contact from the owner. We're requesting non-compliance with compliance by next cutoff for this property.
So this is a rental?
According to Inspector Wexelberg's notes, yes, the people that were here were tenants.
I'll make a motion respondent be found in non-compliance and return to the next available hearing on 7/9/26.
Second.
Okay, moved by Mrs. Callis, second by Mr. Gonzalez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Linda Munster's estate in case number CEB 0626104 for the property at 101 Lewis Drive to be in non-compliance and order the respondent to come into compliance by 7/1 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 7/9 for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 per day. Okay. Case number 24 CEB 0626105, Kendall Williams at 539 School Street.
Okay, this case was first opened August 1st of 2025. This was another collaboration with the Daytona Beach Police Department. Owner first notified August 1st of 2025 for violations of loose trash and debris, junk located across the entire property, sidewalk heaving, damaged fence leaning, dirt and grime, damaged, unoperable windows, screens missing, roof bowing and sagging, unsanitary conditions, sagging spongy floor, damaged interior walls, broken damaged doors, damaged cabinets, infestation, hanging fixtures and wiring, missing non-functioning smoke alarms. The property remains in non-compliance and we're requesting compliance by next cutoff for this property.
I make a motion that in the case of CEB 0626-105 Kendall Williams at 539 School Street, that the respondent be found in non-compliance and returned to the next available hearing on 7/9.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Mr. Gonzalez, second by Mrs. Marsh. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Kendall Williamson, in case number CEB 06-26105 for the property at 539 School Street to be in non-compliance in order the respondent to come into compliance by 7/1 or to be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Board Enforcement on 7/9 for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair, I just have a question. Who seconded that? Oh, thank you.
He's not waiting. Oh. Okay. Mr. Gonzalez has asked to address the board before we close.
And could I have a question? I don't know if it's before we close, but it's about our new version of the.
Okay. You want to do that now or let her
No,
do
Mr.
that?
Gonzalez
Okay.
can go.
Okay, so at our last meeting, Ms. Roby took made some statements against my person. And I think there were some things that she left out. One, she commented about my lateness. I haven't been late since I became the chair, co-chair of this board. So I don't think that's a fair assumption. Secondly, if you check the record, you will find that Ms. Roby has been out more than I have, as in absence. And I think she took out of context the fact that I said that she was rude to me and it needed to stop. And then she came back with this litany of victimization at the next meeting. So Ms. Marsh, who sits next to her, whenever I've spoken, she goes through these physical changes of making faces and making noises that I've seen and heard. Ms. Callis says to me, or says that I should apologize to Ms. Roby, when Ms. Roby disrespected me, so how am I going to apologize to her? Then, in that same meeting, Ms. Roby made a motion of which did not go through. I followed the parliamentary procedure, I attempted to anyway, and I was cut off by the attorney, telling me that, oh, who cares who makes the motion first? Well, her motion failed. I'm following the parliamentary procedure of making a motion, but you yelled at me about it, and I really didn't appreciate that. That's disparate treatment because you went right back and gave it to her, and you refused to accept my process of parliamentary procedure. So there are several things going on here. I said at our training that if I see something, I'm going to say something. And to me, being sort of kind of attacked by several white people on here in one incident, to me, I'm not saying you're a racist, but I'm saying that is racist actions that all took place on me at that meeting. That's my perception, okay? I'm entitled to my perception. I'm not saying you are a racist. I'm not saying you are racist. I'm just saying that's the perception that I picked up after all that went down. And so that's all I have to say.
May I respond?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I did interrupt you while you were speaking that time, but you were the one that said that I was rude.
Right, I said
But
that.
you could have went on and said what you wanted to say without saying that. Second, you left.
Well, you
the
don't
board-
tell me what to say.
But
Excuse
look,
me.
now,
I
she
let you
didn't
speak.
interrupt you.
Okay,
She didn't interrupt you.
Okay.
Second, I have only missed like one meeting a year. You left the board for at least 6 months. and asked to come back. So you have missed more meetings than I. I am far from racist. I would never, ever say anything to anybody about their race, creed, color, religion. That's their business and their politics. So you may not have been late since you were the co-chair, but you were consistently late before. And that is noted because we have excused you when Brenda hasn't had any notification from you, and then you come in and we just say that you came. So that's all I have to say.
Ms. Callis.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to ask if we can make an announcement before the meeting that all cell phones be turned off. I consistently heard phones going off around the day.
But, okay, I have to say this. I thought it was my phone. It wasn't my phone. I asked Mr. Gonzalez to look down there, because it sounded like it was
Right
in
there.
here.
Right.
To me, it did. Mr. Gonzalez said it was down there, but
My
you
phone
said it
is
was
in the
where?
car.
Okay.
Oh, you said it was in that room? Oh.
Oh, okay.
It sounded like it was right down here.
It's very disruptive and,
Yeah.
especially for.
Well, our phones were off.
That's
I don't
okay.
know where that came from.
May I suggest, I leave my phone in the car.
Okay.
Because I know I'll probably forget to turn it off.
Okay.
And unless you have an emergency or something that you need, it's
Okay.
easier just to not bring it in.
I know it is, but
I think that most of
sort
the time it's
emergency.
the audience, so
Yeah.
an announcement can be made.
Right, for everyone.
I cut mine off before I leave
And I have a
home,
question.
But I have to have it.
These are the outdated directives?
Yes.
Um,
Madam Secretary, I believe she can answer that. I think they are.
So I have a question too. Did they get new forms?
Yes.
Because I don't have
Right
those.
here.
Yeah, I have the old ones.
But the new forms, that was another thing. It says the continued case non-compliance to be amended to the, it seems to be a duplicate. I'll make a motion to the previous case of non-compliance be amended to the, I mean, isn't that not saying, making the same statement?
Same statement.
I don't
I'm
have
kinda
those forms. I
confused.
don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
There, it's there to show you that it can all be under a continued case. It is the same wording, but it's for a different type of case. It needs the
What
same
type of case are you reading?
Well, one says continued, but it's almost verbatim, the ones to include.
Yeah, like if you have like further ordered for like the pool to be enclosed or something to be fixed in 5 days, that's what it's there for.
Okay.
But that's the old one anyway, correct?
No, that's not.
That's the new one. Okay.
Okay, let me just read it.
But I
real
like the
quick.
abbreviated version.
Yeah.
And if I could add to, I got this, and my understanding was that these were to be, as it says, read before the vote, which sometimes is done in a parliamentary procedure where there's a motion and a second, and then the chair phrases it, but it also works after the vote, so it's clear what has been done, and I think we need to decide what y'all want to do on that.
I think this is a good form.
So we read this
Here, you
before
see
the
it over
vote,
in
and
here.
then the chair reads a sort of more in-depth version.
I
Correct.
think
Yeah.
That's the way we've done it today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really 6 of one, half dozen of another, but
Okay.
It's not in
it's a little
here.
more elaborate and puts the respondent on more notice. And if I may, while I'm speaking, to go to Mr. Gonzalez's comment, Mr. Gonzalez, if I somehow cut you off improperly or whatever, I apologize for that. I know there was some
Accept it.
back and forth discussions, and it was hard to keep track of who was, and I may have said something that, that was out of line, so I apologize.
The new one
Accept it.
is right here.
Thank you.
Wait, the new
So,
one is right.
I guess
Okay, the new one is right.
I was just confused because here it says read before the vote, when I think really it's just structured as these are the motions and the chair's rereading the motion.
Okay.
But are you saying that the chair is now changing the motion with more specificity? Because I don't think,
Generally speaking, the motions, like for instance, non-compliance, next cutoff date, and the actual where it says read new, is more elaborate. It's basically just adding detail, but nothing that is, I consider to be substantive. You've got to come in your non-compliance as of a certain date, and
So
if not, you're going to appear.
I know. I guess my concern is that, for example, for new cases, it's been shortened to read, I motion the respondent be found in noncompliance and return at the next available hearing. But then when the chair reread it, she read it in the correct form, which was longer,
Yeah.
which changed the motion, and that might be a due process concern.
I read, but it is longer on mine.
Yes.
Things are longer.
It's longer. I don't know that it rises to the level of due process.
Not, I
because
don't think it, yeah.
The code
I
says what the
misspoke.
fine is.
I misspoke. It just was a little confusing for me, but I will defer to what you prefer.
Okay.
That's right. Okay, Wash.
I need to address Mr. Gonzalez. I apologize if my reactions, if he misinterpreted them. I would like to say that I was the one who voted you into your office. My reactions are it is because of your unprofessional behavior, solely for that reason. And that's all I've got to say.
Thank you.
I would like to say, and let's just close this. I don't know, do you all realize it? We're I think, the best attentive board that they have down here. I mean, we come, we do our job, and others on other boards is always one or two missing. But we got to put aside, and when you said faces, I thought of me because someone out here told me about 3 months ago, said, you need to check your face, So I do that, but let's not take everything serious. And even though if I offend you, if you think I offend you and I don't think I offended you, with me, I will say, well, excuse me, or I apologize because you are offended. But let's stick together. And I do believe sometimes we get on tantrums about cases the way we feel they should be, but we got to stick to what this says. Even though if it's confusing, we got to go by what this said. And that's all I would like to say. And let's just stick together. Okay. Thank you. And
I make a motion that we
Okay.
adjourn the meeting.
okay.
Second.
So, and